Hello, jewelry friends. It's Amy, and I have some hauls that I'd like to share with you. First of all, I'm going to start with my haul from Gems, and Vintage Finds. And we'll start over here on the left and move ourselves over to the right. So first of all, I want to point out this bracelet right here. This is an X&O sterling silver bracelet with the safety clasp on it right there. And I purchased this because I sign my notes to everybody with X and O's, hugs and kisses. Whenever I was a school librarian at the school I taught at, it was a pre-K through 12 private Christian school, and we had, I was a coach of a certain sport that we had, and I pretty much was like a den mom, and I needed some information from my students, and I gave a very strongly worded email with like bullet points, and each student on the squad had, their own little bullet point of something they had to get to me like within the next 48 hours. Like, it was a very time sensitive email. And I was reading through it, and I just felt like I was being very strict with them. And so I ended up closing up the email with going, I'm sorry this sounded so rough. I truly do love you all very much. XOXO, Coach Amy. And later on that week at practice, somebody said, hey, did you get all that information to Coach Amy that she needed? And the guy said, well, yeah, I better, if she was pretty upset about it in the email. And the first kid replied back, and he said, well, she couldn't have been that mad. She signed the email with hugs and kisses. And ever since then, I just started to sign everything with XO, Coach Amy or Amy. So X's and O's has a very special meaning to me. I don't coach anymore, and I miss it greatly. And, it's just something I started back then, and so it's something I carry on now. This is an X&O sterling silver cigar band ring, and I purchased this from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. Jen had something very similar to this. She had one that didn't have these stripes, these grooves on the side. It was just X's and O's, and I just decided I had this. I felt like this was enough. And then this bracelet right here, was my 40th birthday gift for my husband. And it is, I think, a 1 whole carat total weight. And it has X's and O's on it as well. So this is like my fancy X and O's. And now I've got a more casual X and O's that I can wear with this ring. And I wear these two pieces a lot. But the bracelet I did get from Gems and Vintage Finds. Now let's move over here to the right side of the screen. And you will see some massive tiger's eye beading over here. Now, this necklace right here is 24 inches long, and Jen had this, I want to say maybe about a month ago on one of her sales, and I really liked it, but sometimes you got to budget your money a little bit, and so it was just at a price point that I couldn't pay at the time, and I kept thinking it's too long. And where I work at, I have to bend over a lot, and I have to pick up heavy things, and I have to put heavy things down on low shelving. And I've almost choked myself a couple of times on my longer necklaces. So that was another reason I was a little hesitant to purchase it. Well, fast forward a couple of weeks, and Jen made this necklace and this bracelet and these earrings her show special. And when she was wearing it, I saw where it hit her, and I was like, wait a minute, that necklace is not near as long as I thought it was, and it would hit me just right. So I guess 24 inches is like my sweet spot. Like, I don't want to go anything longer than 24 inches at work unless I can like double it up, which I've often done. But this is a very heavy, massive statement piece necklace full of nothing but the most beautiful tiger's eye. It is so, so pretty. And I just really feel like it is coming across very well on the camera there. And then she, as part of the show special, she had this necklace, and then she had this stretch bracelet, which I am happy to report, once I put it on, is not like tight. It's more going to be like a little bangle. And I do like a little bit looser of a bracelet, so I'm really happy about that. And then she had these earrings as well. And let's Let's see. I'm going to get it in focus. If we do it like... I got to find that sweet spot here. I'm sorry, with my new setup, I'm still learning it. But anyway, if you can see up here, it does say Jen's Gems and Vintage Finds. Jen's husband, Joe, he had these made for her, and it has the name of their YouTube channel and the name of their business on here. And whenever, she was selling it, obviously she was wearing these earrings, so I didn't think too much of it. But whenever I got these 3 pieces in the mail, I was like, I got a card. And my husband and son were like, what are you talking about? And so it's like I got some Jen's Gems swag here. And I'm so happy to have it. So y'all go and order some earrings from them, and maybe you too can be one of the new owners of one of these cards here. So I'm going to keep this. This means a lot to me, so I'm really happy to have it. So this was my recent haul from Jen's Gems. I've had the bracelet for a little bit now, and not long after I purchased that, I got these items as part of her show special, and I wanted to do a nice long video on it and share it with all of you. So anyway, so this is my haul from Jen's Gems. Now I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to switch over to a necklace that I have recently, or a couple necklaces I've recently purchased, and we'll talk about that. So give me just a moment, and we'll do it this way. And here we are with the next necklace. This is a DTR Desert Rose Trading J. King necklace that is black onyx and turquoise, and I purchased this from Leslie at Black Dog Vintage. And the reason I purchased it was, well, number one, you don't have to twist my arm very hard when it comes to DTR, but the real reason I purchased this was because I wanted to marry this set with my Ruth Ann Begay turquoise and sterling silver that I have purchased from Beth at the Turtle Shell. So from Beth, I have purchased these earrings and then that necklace, which are Ruth Ann Begay. And whenever I saw this necklace in Leslie's preview, I thought, well, now that would be a really good match. And I asked Leslie, I couldn't tell in the video if these turquoise pieces were raised, and they are. I don't know if you can kind of see it right there. They are raised, so they're not flush with the onyx. But look how nice that looks together. Now, I have this on the DTR necklace on the longest setting, so that would make it about 20 inches. And then I have the little necklace right there. It'll fit a little differently on my neck, just for the curve of our bodies and what have you. And so, anyway, I just thought this would go perfectly together, and I was right. And I just love this whole piece together, and I cannot wait to wear it. Sometimes, how you can just see a piece of jewelry and you know the exact outfit, and for me, my hair scarf I'm going to wear with it and everything. Like, the whole outfit just came immediately together inside my head. So I'm really looking forward to that. Perhaps later on this week. It kind of depends on weather. We're expecting a lot of rain here in Nashville this week, so it kind of depends, but we'll see. So anyway, so this is, so the necklace came from Leslie at Black Dog Vintage. The pendant and the little chain here and the matching earrings came from Beth at the Turtle Shell. So I'm going to switch you out again, and we're going to move on to the next box haul that I received in the mail this week, and we'll do it the same way. Woo! Okay, and here is a portion of what I received from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore this week. This definitely counts as the largest box I'd received of jewelry from my YouTube resellers. And let's just say that when Leslie has an end of the month sale, you would be foolish to skip it, because I got all of this plus more that you can't even see in the screen yet for a very, very, very reasonable prices. And I just want to encourage you to go to her next end of the month sale, because she is ready to liquidate at those sales. So let's talk a little bit about the jewelry that you see before us. Again, we'll go from left to right. So I kind of call this my little pearl lot. She had these little potato pearl, Baroque pearl, whatever you want to call them, earrings. And I have been on the hunt for some of these for quite some time. I've either the components weren't just right, or somebody outbid well, I don't want to say outbid me, but or the timing just wasn't right. So Anna kind of held up a little baggie and she said, everything in this bag I'm going to sell. Well, these earrings were in it, and that was the whole reason I wanted the bag. Everything else is just bonus. So the bonus part is I got a little matching bracelet to go with it. This is on a stretch, but it has a very good stretch to it, so I'm real excited about that. In addition to the earrings and that stretch bracelet, there's this little toggle bracelet that's got some pearl pieces on it and some probably nephrite jade or jadeite or something like that on there, and some rock crystal. It looks like there's a little theme here going. And so then there's this pearl bracelet. Ironically enough, I did not have a pearl bracelet, so now I've got one. So this is just a classic pearl bracelet. I do have a pearl necklace and pearl earrings, but I did not have a pearl bracelet. And then she threw this in as well. I want to say those are like little wooden beads with some pearls on it. It looks like this is like a little, I don't want to say like a little crafter's lot, or somebody crafted this from a kit, they were following along, something like that. So, or maybe they were just learning how to bead and they made these, but it's still very nice, and I'm looking forward to putting outfits and to get pieces together with those items right there. So let me slide this out of here, give us a little bit more room. So next, I have mentioned already in this video that I used to be a school librarian, and as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I would so love this. Now, I don't know if all of you are familiar with Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, but there is another book that has to do with numbers going up the tree and falling out as well. And so as soon as I saw this agate number necklace, I had to have it, and I can't believe nobody else wanted to bid on it. And I'll go ahead and tell you what my theory on it is, because the numbers start at 3 and end at 8. And my husband asked me, he said, well, what happened to 1 and 2? My guess is those were earrings that somehow got separated from this necklace. That's the story, the fictional story I'm coming up with for this particular necklace. But it is so pretty and it's so cute, and I can't wait to wear it. Even though I'm not a school librarian anymore, I can still have fun, right? All right, so let's move on over here a little bit. This is just a simple little costume piece. It's just a little kind of glass piece. It's got a little gold tone rose on it. You can see the foil backing on it here. I had something like this as a child and got separated from it somehow. So when Anna offered this at a very decent price, I want to say it was like $5, I snatched that up. It's just on a gold tone rope necklace, but it just reminded me of something I had in my childhood, something similar I had in my childhood that I no longer have. And so I was like, well, yeah, be buying that. And then over here, we'll start with these earrings. I'm a sucker for anything lions. They don't necessarily have to be Anne Klein lions, and these are not. These are just some stud lion earrings, but I don't have anything that look like this, and so I'm happy to have these and add them to my collection. Now, over here, we're going to call this the Egyptian section, and we'll slide it over this way. That'll be easier. So first of all, this is from Anna's Consignor. This is a watch with the scarabs on it, and it's got a nice little safety clasp right there. And the watch is in perfectly good working order and keeping great time. And I am tickled to have this and add this to my collection of scarab jewelry. And then over here, we have a Nefertiti pendant and necklace, and this is just gold tone and very lightweight. But again, I thought that this necklace would look good with this necklace up here, which is, and Anna said, she's like, it's just plastic, it's not a big deal. But I don't know, as soon as I looked at it, I was like, that looks Egyptian to me, or Egyptian-esque. And it has a hook closure on it. And so imagine my surprise when I was going through all my jewelry and cleaning it, when I saw this hang tag on it right there. I don't know if you can see it's a little triangle, and that triangle has two little lines over on the side of it. And if you've been around since, the late 80s, early 90s like me, then you would recognize that logo as Liz Claiborne. She now has like an L and a C as her jewelry tag, but that old triangle with the two lines in it, and I was so happy to find out it was Liz Claiborne, and it has a lot of weight to it. For it being plastic, it has a lot of weight. And so I'm real happy with that. And then over here inside my little dish is something that I've totally tore apart. This was kind of like a bolo or a tie. In Anna's video, this cord looked black. So whenever I got it and it was chocolate brown, I was kind of surprised by that. And I was like, no, I don't want that. I want it to be black so I can wear it with this necklace and that necklace. And so I kind of had my husband kind of pull and yank it apart for me, because it has these little gold spacers in there as well that were on the cord. And then this has a little Egyptian design on it, and it's like a little compact. We'll see if I can open it up. Oh, I didn't bring down my little device. There we go. Pops right open. Absolutely nothing inside. But I fully intend on running a black cord through there and maybe adding these little pieces to it as well. It just kind of depends how I feel whenever I go to put it all together. And then that way I can wear this Egyptian piece with Nefertiti and with this piece right here. And probably all my scarab bracelets and rings as well. So that's what I had there. And then there's another necklace and another pendant. So let me just take these and slide them over here. I bought the moon face, man. And this is, oops, I'm going to have to really back that up. There we go. This is sterling silver with some moonstone in it. There's a moonstone here and two down here. And then there's our moon face man. And this is all set on sterling silver. And this chain is sterling silver as well. And I Anna had shown this a couple of times, and I admired it every time. Now I'm serious. When Anna has an end of the month sale, she drops her prices, and so I paid a very fair price for this, and was tickled to death with it. Excuse me. And then I also like celestial things, and this is a dainty, teeny tiny little charm or pendant that has a little crescent moon with a little star on it. Excuse me. Excuse me. And this was like first purchase from a sale she had earlier in the week, and then she had the end of the month sale later. And so I asked her to, and Anna's real good about holding on to stuff until you get a bigger box. And so she did that for me, and I really appreciate that. So all of this jewelry came from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. Now, I'm going to pause you again and then share with you my haul from my estate selling that I did today with my girlfriends. So let's do this again. Whoop! All right, friends, and this is the jewelry that I picked up while I was out estate selling today with a couple of my girlfriends. And we'll start over here, and these are a pair of Monet Omega backs that I was able to look at with my loop. I'm really proud of myself. I actually took the time today to stop and pull out my loop and look at things very carefully before I just grab things. And I do not have, with all my gold earrings and stuff, I do not have anything that is this type of shape. So I'm really happy to have these and add these to my collection. These down here are Trifari. They have like big Mabe-esque type pearls on them with a gold rim to them. They are pierced, and the Trifari markings back underneath there. And then they had Monet earring backs to them, but I was like, oh, that's okay. We can mix and match. I don't think anybody's gonna kick and scream over that. These bangles are unmarked. They are heavy and nice size and have a nice little chime to them whenever I wear them, and so I picked those up. And then down here, this is a little crescent shaped pearl, gold tone, faux pearl and gold tone brooch. And I don't really tend to pick up a lot of brooches. I don't wear them a lot. And so when I do, it needs to be something special to me, and I just didn't have anything like this. And I've seen this is such a classic shape that's very Edwardian like to me, and I wanted to have something like this in my collection. And this is a small brooch. I do tend to wear, when I do wear a brooch, it tends to be small, not big, not really big statement pieces. And that's mostly because I wear a badge pull up on my left shoulder. at work, and I have to badge in and out constantly at different doors and the elevators and everything at work, and so I'm constantly reaching up and grabbing for it. So that kind of takes the place as like a brooch for me. So when I do wear one, I wear one small like this, and I've been working on putting them in my scarves in my hair, but I just haven't quite gotten the knack for it yet. I'm working on it though. Over here, this is a bracelet that is marked Carol Lee, and it's just got some black stones in it, and it's got this gunmetal black backing to it. And I don't know, it's just something about it I thought was really nice, and it was $4, so I thought, okay, so I'll just add this and to my collection, and it'll be something I can wear whenever I wear my black jet and black glass necklaces. Now this right here, okay, so this set of earrings, I got these at a yard sale that we went to today. They have cleaned up nicely, I'll put it that way. They were probably about as black as this black velvet here, and very dirty, and I was taking a bit of a chance on them, and of course they weren't tagged or anything, so I walked up to the lady and I said, how much? And she looked at them and she said, I'll charge you $1 for this one and $1 for this one. And I kind of laughed at her. She was so cute. I said, okay. So I thought, well, for $2 I'll take a chance. Well, let me tell you, they cleaned up beautifully. They are not marked 925, but they certainly clean up like it. I haven't pulled out my testing stone and the acid to test it, but everything about these and my gut is telling me these are sterling silver, just based on the way they cleaned up and how they felt as I was cleaning them up. And I don't really have anything like Balinese like this, and they're heavy. They got some weight to them as well. But I would call this like a Balinese style. I don't know if you guys would agree or disagree on that. But anyway, so that's I paid $2, $1 for that one and $1 for this one. And so this is the jewelry that I was able to pick up today while I was out estate selling in with some of my girlfriends, and we had a grand old time today, just hanging out and getting good deals. All right, so I guess that's let me look around. Yeah, that's everything I've received pretty much over the last week to 10 days, and I just wanted to share all them with you. So I would also like to encourage you to give this video a thumbs up, and if you could, and if you have not yet, subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you would do so, because I am very close to 100 subscribers. As of this morning, I was at 95 subscribers, and I would love to make it to 100. When I make it to 100, I'm going to do a giveaway. I've selected some jewelry that out of my personal collection, and I got a matching scarf to go with them, and I'll pick a winner. I'll do something, how you guys, leave a comment, or so. Yeah, I'll do something. I'll make an announcement about it. And I'll do a little drawing and let the person who wins take their, I pulled out 3 different pieces and 3 different scarves and stuff. So, and we'll let the winner take their pick over their favorite. And I just want to say thank you so much for your support. If you've already subscribed, if you've already hit that like button, thank you so much. I truly do appreciate it. If you could, please go to the vendors that I've talked about. So let's see. Today it was Beth at Turtle Shell. It was Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. It was Leslie at Black Dog Vintage. And it was Jen at Jen's Gems and Vintage Finds. So if you haven't been to their channels yet and you haven't subscribed to theirs channel yet, then what are you waiting for? They have beautiful taste and beautiful jewelry out there and available for you to purchase. And you'll be supporting a small business person. And I think that's awesome. And plus you're recycling because it's, used jewelry. So there's that too. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you this week. Thank you so much. And all I got to say is let me finish out with my usual. I hope that God blesses you greatly. Bye-bye.